Back to streaming. They're going 8-4. We're going 9-3. That's good. Okay. I forgot that last game was my third L of the season. But now we're going up against Chahoiges. Those are all career. Well, get back to 2K. I'm gonna do something. Audio down my headset.
On second down, here's Newton. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I know that was to me, but I was cutting outwards to the 50.
They go play action with Stewart. Now Newton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They bring a man off the court.
Why was I not in for 2 plays?
Carolina getting set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And a quick throw here. That's
Howard
complete.
threw one, sort of.
A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll elude the Stings. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
McKinnon here, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Once again.
And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Well, clearly one of his advantages
as a
passer
passer
is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed.
I didn't get to bring it into my chest in time.
But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Ooh, that had to hurt. I saw the way my guy's body went.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations.
Ran straight through me.
Trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
See, I would let my running back run Stewart, but you know, he don't know how to run.
But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have.
Imagine having a running back that can't run.
Over the middle. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is that now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways.
And he'll take
touchdown.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. They're dangerous wide.
I'm the dangerous wide receiver.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were...
You threw it right into his hands. You didn't even throw it to me. You threw it to him.
6 and a Charger TD. Short.
You didn't even throw it to me. You just threw it to him.
And the Panthers coming out now. Now Newton on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one good for 10 yards. And now, partner, he has surpassed
if it's
Marvin
1st and
Harrison
inches and not
most catches in a single season. He's got 144.
It's amazing. He almost did it quietly, because Marvin Harrison wasn't a guy that we saw much in the media, but boy, did he produce. Now, he steps aside. Marvin Harrison is
past
number
the
2.
50, baby.
We were here today to see the new number 1.
A good pickup there at 22.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary
You know
target.
28 can't catch. Don't throw it to me.
Figured out where the blitz was coming from and went to a secondary
Man can only
target
catch if
for a
he's
really
looking
nice game.
towards you, not the opposite way. And Newton knows
Second
that
and
too.
10, Newton again. The catch
Okay.
made over the middle.
Okay.
And he gets this one all the way down inside.
I don't know why he's not a running back.
A really nice
Man got
gain
some
of
speed.
25 yards. And now the offense operates in the red zone.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked
What
off
was
by
that?
Melvin Ingram. And a big
Did it seem
turnover
like I
there
was
as
over
his
there
guys
in
will
the
get
touchdown?
football back.
Because I don't think it did. Now you just let them get another touchdown.
Carolina
Now
getting
they're
set
winning.
to take the
Now I'm
field.
mad.
And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect
Yeah,
him a little
Newton,
bit.
2
He's got to be
interceptions.
thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the...
And look at
3
this.
interceptions
Cam
now.
Newton intercepted a
Jesus,
third
Newton.
time. Picked off by Denzel.
Do you
Perryman.
not know how to throw the ball? Now they're winning 21-7.
And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You
13.
just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got
Newton
to
does
figure,
not know how to
if
wait to
something
throw the
goes
ball for the
wrong,
perfect
you
time.
may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Throwing is Newton. Chargers
Newton,
able to get the
run
pressure
if you
and
see
bring
that
him
open
down.
pass.
And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
It's not halftime.
And now following that timeout, the
Why?
defense back out onto the field.
I didn't mean to do
now
that.
Whistles
I didn't
come
mean to
in.
call
We're
that.
going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
And of course I'm not in for this one. Yep, because every time you throw the ball, someone
And it
is
looks
set.
like we've got a dime set here
Even though
defensively.
I'm
6
not even
DBs in the
quarterback.
game. Throwing on 3rd down. Newton backing up. He's just going to dump this
Perfect.
one off to his fullback out of the
He
backfield.
passed. If he didn't get that
Now
first down, he
everything here,
passed.
We're going to get a
Okay.
timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10, Newton. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Now whistles come.
Got the touchdown.
Out come the Panthers.
Or no, we didn't get the touchdown. We got 3 points.
In the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments.
No, don't run that way. Run the opposite way.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is.
There's a reason why I hate running that play.
What is there? But this is a real, I'm doing it though.
This play I'm fine with.
This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
He needs to go deep. Olsen needs to move out of the way.
I see an extra DB on the field now for San Diego.
Yeah, indeed. Here's Newton.
There we go. I got it.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. A nice pickup on
let the ball go over.
7 yards.
Could get it.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Newton throwing again. And the tight end Olsen, right side. Oh, now Olsen.
Yay, Greg Olsen's injured, even though he's the only other person other than me to actually catch the ball.
We'll step aside. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Newton. And it pops
make a catch. They just make us lose yards and only gain 1.
On 2nd down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there.
He tries stripping the ball.
If you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
So deja vu all over again. Another good week. And sometimes maybe, because the defense doesn't look that bad, maybe this is just good offense beating good defense in this case.
I like that because we always want to point out that there's a breakdown or someone made a mistake or there was an error. Sometimes it's exactly as you described it. Sometimes they just made better plays. And that's what he's been doing for the last 2 weeks. Someone's got to find a way to cover this guy. Otherwise, he may set some records.
Stewart is the lone setback. Now it's Newton. This will be caught at about the 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Touchdown.
Their big-bodied receiver. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
I don't know why they make me do this.
To me, that's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those.
2-point
In
good.
this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
All that we need is 3. No.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come
Less
back
actually,
onto the
but
field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
but it's okay in terms of mindset because they scored the last.
Get that touchdown. Get that touchdown, baby. All the way. That's why I like to see Dixon.
And the Panthers have tied this game up. They can take the lead with the extra point. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run.
25.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Touchdown! Touchdown on me!
10.
Ah! I just juked 2 of them off.
Big play there.
Hey, 58-yard TV.
And 17 now on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the 4th.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious. They've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns.
Oh, they have 33.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Back to the air, Newton on second down. And Dixon over the middle. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Back to throw, Newton. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
Near our defense to hold them. Okay, they hold.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close,
you
gotta feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
You have to do it.
They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him.
Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout.
Oh, they called it.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
I was trying to call the timeout, but you wanted to call it?
They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout.
Why do they keep calling timeout?
Just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 6 yards to go here on 2nd down. Back to throw. It's complete. Right
go for it. Go for it. You got it.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on.
This better not be
flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Oh! They're gonna
so a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. is the lone setback. He's back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. He'll look to throw. And
yes!
Touchdown.
Touchdown. Let's go.
Their dangerous wide receiver with a career-high 4 touchdowns. The Panthers have taken the lead here in the 4th.
This is actually really high for me. I've had 4 touchdowns in the game before.
Relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want. And
if they get 7, we are tied. If we could hold them just long enough. We couldn't hold them.
Set to take the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one.
And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football. They'll set.
Hold them, hold them, hold them. We're in overtime.
Carolina getting set to take the field. Their defense did its job. Got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done. Now part 2. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
All that we need is us to do this part. Get us into field goal range, and we should be fine.
2nd and 10. Newton again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down. And these numbers on our monitor are getting hard to believe. He's closing in now right on the doorstep of 500 yards passing.
I'm glad that you watched the monitor and said it first, because I had trouble absorbing that. That's big time right there, right? That means everything just about has gone right for them and his squad in this game. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. They go play action with Stewart. Now Newton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And incomplete. The
How was that
made the
incomplete?
ball roam
That was
free
in
and
my
brings up
hands.
4th down. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back
2
out
minutes
onto
for
the
a
field.
touchdown.
And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting
If you
on
throw
those
it into
points.
their
In today's
hands one more
NFL,
time, Newton.
let's face it, that's really a chip
You
shot,
try throwing
right?
it to me, and you
Standing
throw it
inside
into their
40.
hands.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post, but we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
A play fake to Stewart. It's Newton. He sets to fire deep. Oh, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football.
Guy's tiny. How did you let him do that?
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm hearing my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
is the lone setback. Throwing is Newton. It's caught right side. Dixon. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Newton to throw. Deep drop. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll... Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special.
We won! 43-40. That took a lot of energy. Well, I'm gonna head out soon. Yay, what can I upgrade? I could upgrade my strength. I want to increase my speed. Oh yeah, catching, that definitely needs to go up. I'm a wide receiver in this. That also needs to go up. Bam. Okay. So, this will be my last game. Then I'm gonna head outside. Oh no, my parents love the Redskins. No, I can't do this. My parents love the Skins. They are big Skin fans. They are the biggest Skin fans ever. I can't do this. I better not drop the ball. And I better not even turn over the ball once.
Hello, everybody.
Well, no.
Now Newton on first down. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Flag on us, watch. What did I say? It's always holding on us. Because of that guy right
by
there.
The offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Stewart is the lone setback. Here's Newton looking middle, and that's complete. It's a solid pickup of 11, and it's second down. And that catch puts him past the great Jerry Rice. For the most receiving yards in a single season, he's now up over 1,848.
At one point, we called Jerry Rice Flash. How about the dash we saw here today? The dash towards his record and past it. What a tremendous achievement. And how much fun is it for us to be here to witness it?
It's a pinch-me moment for us. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on third. Throwing on third down, Newton. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
Why you dropped the ball? And why did you let them get the 3-point conversion?
And the first drive, 3 and out.
Pat.
Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. On second down, here's Newton. And Dixon over the middle. A good pickup. They get 8, but it's third down now.
Completion was given up, but that's
this.
why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Stewart. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. So it'll be first down here after
Those
the
are the
run.
only times that I trust
No
Stewart.
need to be
When we are at
fancy
the
there.
1.
Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And that is
Butterfingers Dixon over there dropping the ball.
Because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle, because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense as that fell harmlessly to the ground. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. From the gun on third down, Newton. And he comes back with one complete.
Wait 1 second and I would have been over.
Pick up, and it leads to fourth down. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Newton on first down. Completes it to Dixon. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break.
We're on their home. That's why all I see is red, white, and yellow.
In Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Oh, he's got a man wide.
Come on, get that touchdown.
Complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Ed Dixon, his third touchdown. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. On
first down, Newton. And his throw here is incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control
right in your hands. You're wearing good gloves.
Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked
Little
okay,
people can't jump.
but in order to get the separation that you
Little
just
people
talked
got
about,
the best hops
change
ever.
things up a little bit. Change your
why I
tendencies,
can't
try and
jump.
hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because they'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Newton to throw. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They get 15, but they still... Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3.
Why does it make me go that way whenever I'm close to right there?
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And look at the numbers, a repeat performance. It seems right now it doesn't matter how many guys they're going to put on him, he's going to catch the football.
And when you hit that zone, and that's what he's in right now, where everything is working well for him, and I think it's in combination with what the offense coordinator is doing. He's a primary target. He looks at his play sheet, knows he wants to get him the football, and has designed some routes effective for the last 2 weeks. He's really been fun to watch.
Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down. Second and 10, Newton again. Throwing right, and that's complete.
Touchdown, baby.
Touchdown, Carolina.
Hey.
Their big-bodied receiver. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And his guys are able to strike for 6.
Huh?
And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And he is picking up right where he left off a week ago. I wrote down, so funny here on my notes, what he said last week. And after we talked about the good game, he said, I will do it again. And I wrote those words down, and he's done it again.
And it's not bragging if you're doing it, right? Because that's exactly what he's told you, and he is getting it done. Smooth in the secondary, making catches, making plays. That's the guy that we know.
Newton. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Panthers add on. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments.
Newton, why did you throw it to him if you knew you were going to lose yardage? Come on. I don't get this one sometimes.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Well, it's obvious to me that the big guy is beyond locked in. We saw last week a scintillating performance. We're seeing it again. I think he and his coordinator are in lockstep right now.
Sometimes a tip of the cap to the guys calling the plays here, yeah?
Not just calling the plays, setting the game plan, sitting with him during the week, watching tape as they formulate it. You know, the best.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things
up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked
so
something
well.
else. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Why does he keep making me do this play?
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here. From the 50, Newton. Wide open receiver complete. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense.
I'm playing
all right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense.
Yeah. That's suggesting we run plays.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
I've had 2 touchdowns.
Throwing here, Newton. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And able to... The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. I don't run the routes most times,
unless it's a route that I actually like. That's barely on the
So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Like this route, That's sometimes fun, but I like to cut earlier.
Newton throwing again. That's caught at the
He
1.
threw it right
And he'll be
into
brought
his
down
hand.
right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Throwing again is Newton. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
He only had 8
Sometimes a group
touchdowns
that
this
gets
year?
overlooked, certainly.
Wow. Well, we won.
A road
28-9.
win in the National Football
They're
League.
garbage.
Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Panthers, they remain
The
in the
animal's
hunt for a
better than
first-round bye
the
as they move to
humans.
11-3 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, the loss is number 8 for them on the year. And they'll try and
They
turn
have
things
8
around
losses.
next week
I
as they
only
have a
3
date at Soldier
this entire
Field
season
with the Chicago Bears.
so far. I'm not even joking. You want to see?
Yeah, well, show me.
I only have like 3.
How much have you played?
You'll do the math. Yep, I'm gonna do math. Just because we ain't got school don't mean I ain't gonna make you do math, man.
Like around this, like 2 hours ago, I would have been doing that. Round 1, so right after lunch.
Okay. That's us.
11-3. So
Oh.
you've played